Welcome back to Cosmic Road, where I discuss UFOs and the paranormal. Today we're going to be talking about NASA. Recently, NASA has announced that it is going to join in the hunt for UFOs. This is fascinating news. Let's dive into it. Before I get too far, please hit like, please subscribe, share on social media, and as I'm going through it, please comment below and let me know what you think. Okay, this is a very interesting story because, of course, why hasn't NASA always been on the hunt for UFOs? And that is what I'd like to discuss. What are the possible reasons why NASA has not been historically on the hunt for UFOs, and why are they now on the hunt for UFOs, supposedly? Okay, well, let's go back just a little ways to a couple of months ago, back when NASA was actively hiding evidence of UFOs in the phenomenon, because that's what they've been doing. For all its long history, NASA has been covering up UFOs. There are multiple leaks about people who have photoshopped, or not photoshopped, what's the word? Airbrushed the satellite photos and astronaut photos, airbrushing out UFOs and probably other phenomenon-related, artifacts. So that's been going on for a long time. It also looks very likely that NASA has covered up astronaut encounters with the beings. There are various stories about astronauts encountering UFOs or full-blown aliens on the moon, etc. So, those stories have been around for a long time. They're very credible. There's different versions of them, so I don't know which one is quite true, if any of them. I mean, who knows? When there's multiple stories, maybe they're all BS, but I tend to think not. There does seem to be some meat there, and there is definitely meat on the story of NASA airbrushing out the UFOs from various photos. It seems like that was actually a very common practice, and they had a protocol for it, and it was just doing business, just standard operating procedure. So if they have been covering this stuff up, well, the question is, why have they been covering it up? Is that because they have been working with the phenomenon? Do they have UFOs of their own? Or are they working with the Air Force and reverse engineering UFOs and or just working directly with the beings? The operators of the UFOs. So what does it all mean? I don't know. I would love to know, and I'm very excited about, people like Lou Elizondo now talking more and more about possible amnesty or immunity for people to come forward to talk about this stuff without getting in trouble. I think that would be awesome. I really hope it happens. So NASA has historically covered up the phenomenon for whatever reason. However, the new director of NASA, Bill Nelson, has come forward in support of the recent evidence, the overwhelming evidence for the existence of UFOs. And he has acknowledged, what pilots are seeing in the skies and, the whole E.T.s stuff and UAP task force stuff. He has acknowledged that and expressed interest in it. What does that mean? Well, there are a couple of things it could mean. One is that he is a bird of a different feather, and he is going to bust the story wide in. He's an outsider coming in to set things right and find out what's really going on, and he's going to expose stuff, and it's all going to come out. It's going to be a big can of worms that he's opening, and he's a just knight out on a quest to unleash the gates of the UFO mystery. So, I hope that's what's happening. I really doubt it. I doubt it very, very strongly. He is the director of NASA. Surely that means he's been read into the mystery of what is going on, read into the program. You would think so. Now, there could be different factions. It's, the government, government affiliated. It's very likely that there are factions. And it could be the government, the people are one faction, and there are other good people like Bill Nelson. That's the other faction. He's the allied, potentially, theoretically, with Lou Elizondo and Chris Mellon and those guys. The pro-disclosure camp. So is he an ally of the pro-disclosure camp? Or is he simply putting on a face now that all of this stuff is hard to argue and hard to refute? Is he now saying, well, you know what? Yeah, sure, there's strange stuff in those skies. Those pilots are seeing something. Well, my word. We've got to get to the bottom of this. The same sort of stuff that a lot of those guys are saying. So, that's kind of where I lead. Or lean, that's where I lean is, he's just putting on a face that he's interested in getting to the bottom of this. But in reality, he's just going to continue with the cover-up. And, there's going to be a program to get to the bottom of the UFO mystery within NASA. And, they may do some ATIP stuff. They may even occasionally release a video or have a comment or something. But really it's going to be more of the same cover-up, just like we saw at the recent UFO hearings. I think that, you can look at that in a positive way. There were, a couple of things where they were saying there are some unexplained things going on. So at least we got that much out of them. But a lot of lies and obfuscation, seeming to continue the cover-up, not letting the public in on what is really going on. And they are claiming that they are ignoring huge parts of the story, like UFOs interfering with our nuclear weapons. That's huge. And they claim, we haven't even looked into that. So either they're completely incompetent or they're completely full of crap. I don't know which one it is. I really don't. I lean toward them being full of crap. So, that's where I am. What do you think? Is NASA continuing the cover-up? Is that what this new UFO program is? They claim to be looking into UFOs, but really they're just saying that because they have to now, because there's so much going on that's out in the public purview. Or is Bill Nelson a different kind of guy that actually wants to get something done and be open with the public and uncover what NASA has been doing? What do you think? It's one of those two. It's got to be. If you see another angle, let me know, because I easily could have missed something. But let me know if you think it's one of those two or something else. Meanwhile, I would love it if you could give this video a big thumbs up. That would be awesome. Comment below. Let me know what you think about all this craziness. And as always, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. And if you do, please hit the bell next to it to be notified of future videos. That would be awesome. Until next time, Cosmic Road out.